What's good, y'all? It's your boy Rock, and I'm back with another video. But before we get into it, make sure y'all own your own shit at all times. You know the vibe. But in this video, I just really wanted to touch on the topic of why I believe that so many people are unhappy in life. The reason I came up with this thought is because now at the age of 25, I'm starting to realize that I'm reaching an age where I've had some experiences in life, like a good amount, like literally where I can look back and I can say, damn, that'd have been cool to double down on, or that'd have been cool to change. That could really eat you alive. Like that could literally give you depression when you look back and you think about something and you say, damn, maybe if I would have done it this way, or if I would have kept going with something, my life would be totally different right now at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and say this, at 25, especially as an entrepreneur and you really trying to build, at the age of 25, you start to see a lot of people you grew up with, they went to college, they most likely graduated at this point, and then they get their own house, they get their own car, they get, you know, all these things where it feels like, you know, they're leveling up the things that you know you want, but maybe you're not in a position to go ahead and get. And so when you working towards this goal, this is why a lot of people quit working towards this goal, because they start to look around them and they feel like they're behind. It's easy to get caught up in that. And I always talk about, I don't want to let my ego win when it comes to those things, because I know that I have a plan and I have a goal that I want to reach, and I have reasons why I'm holding out on things and I'm like kind of pushing things off. But I'll be lying if I didn't say that my ego wasn't like, bro, just go ahead, let's just start moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Now, even though I'm moving forward and I'm getting a lot of experience and I'm growing as a person more than I probably would have if I chose a different path. But like I said, at this point, it's easy to look around and realize like, damn, maybe I'm behind. Maybe I'm not doing nothing. Maybe I'm not doing stuff right. Maybe I should do something else. A lot of people really are unhappy because, like, with me saying this at 25 and I'm addressing this thing that's so easy for so many of us around my age to go ahead and deal with, there's people who are way older than us that's starting to think a lot more about things that they wish they would have done. You see parents that try to force their kids to do certain things, like go to college or, you know, live a certain way, do certain things that they feel like they wish they had done. This is things that they're pushing their kid to live because they wish that they had done these things and made these certain decisions. And they look at, a lot of the time, parents can look at their kids as like a second chance at life, and that they can feel good about what their kid has done because they basically controlled them, so they felt like they won in their mind, things that they regretted. Because as people get older and they wish they changed certain things, they look back and they realize they can't, and that can eat you alive. That can literally make you feel super depressed. But I'm gonna tell y'all, the way that I've been dealing with it is knowing that the thing that I'm working so hard on, that it's gonna work out. At some point it's gonna work out, and I will grow, get to a point where I can afford to go ahead and get my own house. I can afford to get my own car. I can do all these things that I look around and see my peers doing that I might think, okay, I'm behind because I don't have those things yet. And also another thing that we always talk about when it comes to the social media is that everybody only posts the happy times. Everybody only posts highlights, right? They don't really post the times where they're struggling. Like maybe they got a car and they can't even pay the monthly payment. If they got an apartment, they got times where they can't afford to pay the rent and they stressing out, but they not gonna post that. But we eat ourselves alive thinking that we're behind because they have done those things and we didn't. We got to look at it that way, and we have to diminish our ego, because our ego will put us in positions where we really will regret certain things, where we will look back and say, man, if only I had just kept going with my initial plan and my mentality and not feeding into what I believe that based on societal norms I should have at a certain age. I feel like at the end of the day, it's best to just live a life that works for us. No matter how society might look at it, no matter how much we deep down in our ego want to just brag about certain things that we've done, you know, none of that stuff really matters. What matters is that we doing what we love, and that we doing things on our own time, and that when we do get in a position to go ahead and get certain things that we felt like we wanted for a long time and we couldn't get, we gonna be happy that we waited, because now we at a point where we can afford those things and we don't have to stress about making payments on a car or paying rent or paying a mortgage, whatever it is that we do. And that's one of the biggest things that make people unhappy. That's why I say, man, whatever your gift is, whatever it is that you know you was meant to be on this earth to do, and whatever your plan is and you know that you'll be happy to do for the rest of your life. Like, I had to think about things so many times where I had to look at it and say, okay, say if this did work out and I was to start making a lot of money from it, do I want to keep doing that? Is that something I'm gonna want to do when I'm making a lot of money and I'm relying on that income, versus when I'm not really relying on that income and I'm just trying to figure it out? And that's a question we all got to ask ourselves. If we decide we want to quit certain things or we want to change our plan up because society says we should have certain things at a certain age, look at it from that perspective. Will I be happy if this becomes my reality? Will I be happy that if I go ahead and get that car that I probably can't afford right now, or maybe I can, but it takes away money that I'm able to put into other things that I'm working towards? Or maybe I gotta go work a job more because I gotta be able to make sure I make that payment. That's taking more time away from my business or my content creation or my music, all these types of things. And then over time, you will get to that place where you will be able to afford those things easily, doing exactly what you love to do in that initial thing, like from your business, your content creation, and your music. And I promise you'll thank yourself, and it's gonna help you be way happier in the long run. But hey man, I hope y'all was able to take something from this video and y'all got the gist of what I was talking about the reason I believe so many people in this world is unhappy right now. But I want y'all to go ahead and drop y'all thoughts down below in the comment section. Go ahead and add to the topic. Let me know, do you agree with what I'm talking about? If you disagree, go ahead and drop your perspective on this topic down in the comment section. I'm gonna get right back to y'all and we can have a conversation. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.